Hi, I'm Daphne Richards, and this is Augie. Our question this week comes from viewer Robin Mayfield, who's curious if it's okay to put mulch on top of the live oak leaves that have fallen into her garden beds, rather than wake them up. She usually removes them, since she's heard that they don't break down easily. Well, Robin, I'd say that leaving them is just fine. You're correct that live oak leaves don't break down easily, but that's okay if they're serving as mulch. My only caution is regarding the possibility of overwintering insects. If you noticed any sort of prolific insect infestation last year, such as caterpillars, I'd suggest removing the leaf litter and either composting it or recycling it curbside. But if you didn't have any problems last year, it's not likely that any overwintering insects that may be hiding in your leaf litter will pose enough of a problem to worry about, especially since our winter was so dry. I also got quite a few questions this winter about live oaks losing their leaves incredibly early this year, and whether this was due to the very early arrival of spring-like temperatures. Everyone's live oaks were looking especially healthy at the time, so there was a real concern about climate change. But the unseasonably warm temperatures were not to blame, at least not as they reflect the seasons. The early defoliation seen in otherwise healthy live oaks is not out of the ordinary. There are many things that could cause senescence and shedding of leaves, but our recent drought seasons have certainly played a leading role. This may seem counterintuitive since the trees appear to be in excellent condition and not at all drought-stressed, but after many weeks without rain, even a healthy tree begins to prepare for a possibly bleak future. Leaves require water to support, and if there's no water in sight, many trees will drop their leaves and go into dormancy until the stressful situation passes. Other factors causing early defoliation include insects, such as mites, aphids, centipede wasps, etc., and disease, such as rust, tar spot, and other fungal leaf spots. Healthy trees should tolerate these problems and recover from them pretty easily. Our plant this week is Mexican tithonia, Tithonia rotundifolia, also known as Mexican sunflower. This sweet little sunflower relative makes a great addition to any sunny garden bed. It thrives in our Central Texas heat, but does need a little supplemental irrigation at the hottest, driest times of year. Be sure not to overwater, especially if you have clay soil. And don't be fooled by its small stature when purchased. Tithonia can get up to 6 feet tall and 4 feet wide, although dwarf varieties are available. The leaves are rather coarse-textured and fuzzy, and the plant will be covered in orange flowers all summer long. If you shear the plant regularly, but lightly, to remove the spent blooms, it will flower even more prolifically. Tithonia is an annual and can be planted in spring from either seeds or transplants. Since it does get so tall, be sure to put this plant in the back of your garden bed to highlight smaller perennials or ground covers. Tithonia is irresistible to butterflies, so this plant should be a must-have in any wildlife garden. To do in your garden this week, plant warm season vegetables like peppers, tomatoes, squash, and beans, and also plant any summer perennials and annual flowers. If you're interested in learning more about gardening in Central Texas, I'd like to remind you about Extension's fabulous workshops and programs that we offer. Visit travis-tx.tamu.edu for more information. We'd love to hear from you, so please visit klru.org/ctg to send us your questions or plans of the week from your garden.